1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says federal government extends all-out cooperation to promote industrial and business sectors in the country. Railways Minister says ML1 railway project will further strengthen relationship between Pakistan and China. Minister for Maritime Affairs has announced new shipping policy under which incentives would be given to shipping companies. Foreign Minister has said discussions on Kashmir dispute at the United Nations Security Council for the third time in a year is a big diplomatic success of Pakistan. In India, Congress party leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has said that Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir has been under dictatorship for the past 1 year. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says federal government will extend all-out cooperation to promote industrial and business sectors in the country. Talking to members of National Assembly from Faisalabad in Lahore today, he said the government will provide all possible facilities to industries and businesses. The Prime Minister said that incentives to the business and construction sectors will ensure development in the country. He said steps are being taken for welfare of small and medium enterprises. He said Faisalabad has a vital importance in respect of industrial growth and production. The delegation praised the government's strategy in the face of COVID-19, which resulted in significant decline in coronavirus infection. They also thanked the Prime Minister for opening of business activities across the country. Prime Minister Imran Khan has asked the civil servants to work on merit and serve the masses. He was addressing the civil officer of Punjab, including secretaries, commissioners, deputy commissioners, regional police officers via video link today. The Prime Minister assured the bureaucracy that there will no political pressure on them. Emphasizing the need for improving the performance of departments, the Prime Minister said improvement in governance is imperative for the development of the country. Highlighting the significance of construction sector for economic development and job creation, Imran Khan expressed the confidence that the civil officers will play a pivotal role in promotion of this important sector. Railway Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed says ML1 railway project will further strengthen relationship between Pakistan and China. Talking to Chinese Ambassador Yao Zhang in Islamabad today, he said the project will be the first step toward modern railway system in Pakistan that will also bring economic development to the country. The minister said a new railway track of 1872 km will be constructed between Kashmir, Karachi and Peshawar at an estimated cost of $6.8 billion. He said the project will provide direct or indirect job opportunities to 150,000 people. Felicitating over approval of Pakistan Historic Railway Project ML1 under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Framework, the Chinese ambassador said it is a great project for the Pakistani people, which will bring revolution in travelling in the country. Minister for National Food Security Fakhr Imam has said the threat of locust swarms to Pakistan from Horn of Africa, Yemen, Oman and Iran has reduced. In his media briefing today, the minister said the threat of crop munching pest from India still persists and coordinated efforts are being made at the provincial and district level to cope with the challenge. Syed Fakhr Imam said the government has made full preparation to contain and eliminate the locust in their breeding areas of Tharpakar and Cholistan. Chairman Parliamentary Committee on Kashmir, Shahriyar Afridi, held a meeting with Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in Islamabad today and discussed matters pertaining to human rights violation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Foreign Minister on the occasion said discussion on Kashmir dispute at the UN Security Council for third time in a year is a big diplomatic success of Pakistan. He said the discussion took place despite the strong opposition of India. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said international media and human rights organizations are raising voice against blatant human rights violation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi called his Lebanese counterpart Chawbul Wahbi and conveyed deep sorrow and grief of the government and people of Pakistan over the loss of precious lives caused by the explosion in Beirut on last Tuesday. The foreign minister said Prime Minister and President have already conveyed our profound sympathies and condolences to the Lebanese leadership over this tragedy. The foreign minister underscored that at this difficult time, Pakistan stands in strong support and solidarity with the brotherly Lebanese people. Shah Mahmood Qureshi also informed that 8 tons of relief assistance consisting of medicines and food supplies have been sent by the government of Pakistan as a token of solidarity. This is Radio Pakistan. Minister for Maritime Affairs Ali Zaidi announced new shipping policy today, under which incentives have been provided to private shipping companies. Addressing a news conference along with advisor on commerce Abdul Razak Dawood in Islamabad this afternoon, he said the government wants to involve private sector in the shipping business. The minister said the vessel registered in Pakistan will be exempted from tax duty, income tax and sales tax till 2030. He said the Pakistani flag carrier vessel will also have first berthing right at the port. He hoped that 3 to 4 shipping companies will soon buy a vessel in the country. The minister said the new shipping policy will also facilitate fishermen. The number of recovered coronavirus patients in the country has reached 258,099, and there are now 18,494 active cases in the country. 782 new cases were reported during the last 24 hours. The death toll from the virus has reached 6,052, with 17 more deaths reported during the last 24 hours. In India, Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has said that Jammu and Kashmir has been under dictatorship for the past 1 year. In a tweet, she said that BJP is trampling democracy. Meanwhile, other senior Congress leader Palpian Chidambaram has called upon all political parties in India to think about the virtual prison that Kashmiris are living in for the past 1 year. In a series of tweets, he said the world is watching the brazen denial of human rights in India, and country's record as a free and democratic country is diminishing every day. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has announced that it has restarted a research for energy in Eastern Mediterranean, accusing neighboring Greece of failing to keep its promises. Erdogan told reporters in Istanbul that we have resumed the drilling activity. We have sent Baburs Heriton to the area. The United Nations says it was desperately trying to get food, aid and medical equipment to Beirut following the devastating explosion that ripped apart the Lebanese capital port. The UN's World Food Programme warned that as economically ravaged Lebanon imports 85% of its food, the flow could be severely damaged. Agency spokeswoman Elizabeth Barris said WFP is concerned that the explosion and the damage to the port will exacerbate an already grim food security situation in the country. The 62nd martyrdom anniversary of Major Tufail Muhammad Shaheed, recipient of Nishan-e-Haider, is being observed today. Major Tufail Muhammad Shaheed was born in Hoshiarpur city of the eastern Punjab on 22nd July 1914. In August 1958, he was assigned to counter an offensive of Indian forces in the area of Lakshmipur. Major Tufail Muhammad faced heavy resistance from enemy but carried on with his mission and embraced martyrdom. He was awarded with Nishan-e-Haider, Pakistan's highest military award, for his courage and bravery. On the third day of first test series against Pakistan at Old Trafford, England, were 161 for 6 in the first inning a short while ago. Earlier, Pakistan in their first inning were all out for 326. And finally, the weather. Rain with wind thunder shower is expected in Sindh, South Punjab and Balochistan during the next 24 hours. Now, few of the headlines once again. Prime Minister says federal government extends all-out cooperation to promote industrial and business sectors in the country. Railway Minister says ML1 railway project will further strengthen relationship between Pakistan and China. Minister for Maritime Affairs has announced new shipping policy under which incentives would be given to shipping companies. Foreign Minister has said discussions on Kashmir dispute at a UN Security Council for the third time in a year is a big diplomatic success for Pakistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.